What do you think of
to
this?
How you do business in this industry. How do you see the competitive landscape evolving here as you do see these new defense tech entrants come in? And I think about even just recently, the first Titan vehicles being delivered, which is Palantir is the prime for that, but L3Harris contributed.
You mentioned Palantir, perfect example. We're a subcontractor to Palantir. They won. We thought it was the best probability of win for the combined team to let them be the prime, and then the business case closes. So we're working collaboratively with them. I think that's unique. I think that's different. And when we talk about
L3Harris's CEO just had an interview on CNBC, and he only had good things to say about Palantir, especially on the Titan project, even since partnering together to win that business. This is a pretty big reveal in my opinion because yes, we heard it's a multi-company effort standing up the project, and we never really get to hear what these subcontractors think about their role, and especially when being led by an unconventional prime contract of Palantir, who is a software company on this hardware project, although it's both in my opinion. Now, I found it's fascinating at that too that the CEO literally said that they thought Palantir would be their best chance to win this business. And of course, there are hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars on the line at stake considering the multi-phase approach of Titan as we've seen over time. So I love to hear these kind of snippets from those who are directly working with Palantir, especially from another CEO. And this is also pretty telling of the company's reputation for Palantir, that other contractors are willing to have Palantir put in place as the prime or leader for these kinds of projects and contracts. And it's not a secret that they've been around the block, of course, for a long time and have numerous government contracts already, but Palantir doing this as a software company is still pretty different nowadays. So when it comes to more new projects down the line, most recently the VIAS project I actually briefly talked about last video, Palantir's working with partners is not a barrier to them, where others may even view Palantir favorably as the best chance for them to also win and lock this contract down. So we'll see over time if this adds up. And then in other news today as well in the media, Times released a new most influential people list of AI, and very surprisingly actually, Alex Karp is not in it this time. Now, he was in it last time as one of the most influential people in AI, so I thought it was kind of odd considering Palantir hasn't slowed down or gone into the shadows or did anything really bad, but actually have become even more prominent as an AI leader in my opinion. But also just sheer coverage too, like being #1 in Forrester's report again for their current product, but also just being out in the open with their commercial and government work. Now, some would say this is a snub on purpose due to political stances of the CEO and the company and the work they do in certain conflicts around the world, but we don't know for sure. But maybe it's just rage bait too, because they know Palantir has a pretty dedicated audience who would share this list, and I'll just leave it at that and know that Palantir is doing top AI work already, and being on Time's list is not an end-all be-all, nor does it actually matter in my opinion for their top line to generate business. But what are your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next video.